Slythering-in, I am Symtherin, and welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4, because that's what we do here on this channel. It's my favorite thing to do, honestly, so hopefully you guys enjoy it too, at least as much as I do. I sure hope so. But today we are actually doing a base game only build, which is not something I do very frequently. I feel like in the last year I've done a little more of it. Honestly, a couple months ago I even did one with just base game plus all of the kits. So that one was a really fun one. I really like that one. But yeah, I just had the itch. Sometimes I just get the itch to take it back to the basics. Usually it's because I see other simmers do a base game only build and I'm like, wow, that doesn't even look like base game, and I honestly want to get better at just using base game. So here is another attempt. Hopefully you like it just as much as I like it. I actually think it came out pretty cute. I find that a lot of the tricks with base game only exteriors is to maybe utilize the debug menu a little bit. So here I was able to use that to get like these brick fencing pieces up on the deck, and even those little planters right like besides the stairs going up into the porch area, and I thought that was pretty cute. I don't know, I really had fun with it, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. How are you guys doing? I feel like it's been a minute since I've actually sat down and done a voiceover. Maybe it's been about a week. So sorry if I feel or sound a little rusty and rambly, but you guys should be used to that by now if you've been around for a while. I do get a little rambly. At the time of recording this, I am also back at my home in my hometown. I had a little work trip. It went pretty well. Nothing too crazy or serious, so it was a good trip. But I am happy to be back, and I actually have not opened up The Sims since I've been back, so I'm really excited to do that after I'm done with this voiceover. I actually have a funny story. Hopefully you don't mind me talking about another game while you watch the landscaping come along, but have you guys heard of Palia? Palia is such a cute game, and I had seen other simmers who got access to like the closed beta. And before I went on my trip, I was like, let's just apply to see if I get closed beta, because why not? I'm just gonna shoot my shot. And then, funny story is, I got back on the day that open beta opened up for like everybody. So anyone can go in and play, right? So I was so excited to just kind of wind down with something cozy, something new after getting off of a flight, because traveling on a plane and going through airports, y'all, that's just, oh, it drains me. My social battery, everything is just done. Even if I'm like not talking to anyone, I'm just, no, I don't want to deal with anything at all. I just want to relax. So there's that. But I opened up my email that same day and noticed that 2 days prior I actually got accepted to closed beta, and I just thought that was kind of funny. I was like, what are the odds that I would get accepted to a closed beta while I'm on a work trip, and then the second I get back it's available for everyone anyway? I was like, whatever. But anyway, it's such a cute game. If you guys haven't checked it out, it is free to play, so even better. Yeah, if you have checked it out and played it, let me know what you think down in the comments below. But that is all I'm gonna say. We're gonna talk about Sims from now here on out, hopefully, unless I ramble about something else. But anyway, here we are pulling out the debug fences, because I know a lot of us simmers talk about this a lot. I hate that we can't draw fences at the very edge of our lots. I know in previous Sims versions we were able to. I know for sure Sims 2, because I played Sims 2 probably the most out of all of the different Sim versions, generations, whatever you want to call it. But The easy trick to that is using debug items. There is a cheat or a couple of cheats that you can use to pull up that menu, and that is bb.hiddenObjects and bb.liveEditObjects, I believe. I'm going to put those up on the screen so that you guys can take a picture of it. Or if you're like me and you have Twisted Mexie's Better Build By mod, it is very useful because there is a feature there where you can, there's like a little check mark, you know, and then that cheat is literally always on. Same with the Move Objects cheat. And I find that very helpful because I'm very forgetful in putting my cheats in when I start, you know, building. So I like that it's kind of already there, so I feel like it's already part of the game and I'm not really cheating even though it's a mod. But I find that very, very helpful, and I don't even use Better Build By for organized debug. I only use it literally for that. Literally, like, that's it. But anyway, here we are in the interior. I can't even speak this morning, I'm sorry, I guess I need more coffee. But I really enjoy, or really like, how this kitchen came out. It's very simple. I feel like every time I do a base game build, I use these counters and cabinets. Probably because I don't really like the other ones very well. And then the appliances aren't like the most expensive, but they're not like the most crappy either, I guess you can say. But overall, the kitchen came out pretty cute. It's a little cluttered, and it has a dining room in it. So yay for that. There's literally, I fit a lot in this build for considering how small it is. So I think this would be nice for like family gameplay as you're maybe saving up for a bigger home. It is not starter, I don't think. I can't remember how much it was in the gallery, but maybe if you already start with 4 Sims, you might be able to afford it, because the more Sims you have in your household is like when you create a Sim or create a household, you get more money based off of how many Sims you're starting off with. I know for one Sim you get 20,000 simoleons, but after that I'm not sure about the math. Should probably learn that, but that might be another day where I learn it. But yeah, here we're just adding the little details and some clutter while making sure that there is a counter and some counter space for your Sims to actually prep their meals, because you always need that. And we pull out this table and we pair it with these other base game chairs. They're not the chairs that actually go with that table. That table came with an update. One of the Sim anniversary birthday updates a couple years ago, and I love this table. And I love the matching chairs too, but I didn't want it to feel too like matchy. But I also kind of wanted them to match, and I felt like the wood tones matched pretty well here. But we're also cluttering up this table here. I'm sorry, I keep tripping over my words today. You really would think that after almost 3 years of doing voiceovers on YouTube and these videos that I would be a little better at this, but it, you know, it is what it is. We're here, we're trying, and we're thriving, right? So anyway, here we are in the living room, and we're just picking out a couch, and I feel like when I do a base game build, I have to use this couch. It's just so perfect, but I think it might be a locked item, which is a whole other cheat that I'm going to put on the screen as well. This one's a long one. bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, and this is also something that you can just kind of always have on if you have Twisted Mexie's Better Build By mod. So in case you're wondering and curious if this couch disappears or gets replaced by something else, that's how you get it, because this couch just looks so comfy. I would love to knock out here and just like watch Netflix or YouTube videos. I tend to watch more YouTube videos when I'm sitting on my couch on the TV, so that's a thing. That kind of reminds me of my trip a little bit. Okay, I was in this hotel room, right? And it was literally only like one night, and I didn't want to like sign into Netflix, because it was only one night and I didn't want to do all that and risk any passwords when, you know, safety, right? So I'm like going through the channels on the TV. They didn't really have many options, and I landed on SpongeBob. I was like, I haven't watched SpongeBob in God, I don't know how long. So I'm watching SpongeBob, but then it felt like I was watching more commercials than anything, and I sat there to myself like, am I just that spoiled with streaming services and YouTube that I'm so annoyed at all of these ads and commercials that I'm watching? I was like, whoa. But then I realized I actually had YouTube on the TV, so I was able to do that and catch up on some videos that I love to watch. Like, I'm going through James Turner's Horse Ranch gameplay series, his Let's Play. It's hilarious if you're not watching it. And I've also been on a Smosh kick ever since they bought Smosh. So yeah, I've been really having fun with all that stuff. Anyway, enough talking about that. We are cluttering up this little office space. I wanted to make sure there was a place for a computer because it is very important in gameplay to have a computer in The Sims. And I knew the bedrooms were on the smaller side, and we just needed something. Otherwise, if I wasn't using any packs, I probably would have used this nook as like laundry maybe. So if you guys are adjusting or renovating this build to your needs and wants, that's something to think of, I guess. Because you can always use a laptop like on the table in the dining room / kitchen area. So that's always an option if you're looking for more different types of gameplay, I guess. Yeah, that's what I meant. But we're just cluttering it up, making sure there's more plants and more greenery. And we're moving to the bathroom, and I'm happy that I got to keep the bathroom in this build. I know I say it all the time, I don't always keep bathrooms in, especially if I'm doing multiple bathrooms, but when there's one, I don't see why not. But I definitely wanted to make sure there was a tub here, because I imagined you could probably have some young kids, maybe toddlers, and maybe even a pet eventually if you have cats and dogs. So I wanted to make sure you had that option, but I didn't want to use that either one of the big shower tub combo things. So if you prefer to have that option for shower, you can definitely very easily swap this out. But this bathroom's pretty simple. Everything should be functional. And we're moving on to the first bedroom, which is the parents' bedroom. I feel like I've used this bed swatch before, but I also feel like I haven't. I might have used it in my Batu and base game only build, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I love it. I love that green swatch. I may be a little biased though. But anyway, I really do enjoy it. And I opted for one nightstand and then a dresser on the other side because it felt like with two it was a little cramped. And I don't know, I really enjoyed how this came out. We also, I think, put some clothing hooks on the wall, I believe. I'm trying to remember what else we put. Another dresser up against the other wall. But definitely using that book clutter a lot. Ever since they added some new swatches to it, I've been in love with it. Because before we only had like 3 swatches, and now we have a bunch. I should have counted, but I don't know. But we're adding more clutter on top of the dresser. I love putting clutter up there because that is something I would do if I'm just like, oh, I need a place for this. Oh, it's up here, out of reach. Usually because I need high spaces and things out of reach because my dogs like to grab things. Especially my oldest dog, Red. He is in love with like plush toys, his favorite kind of toys. But also I love stuffed animals too. So that's like my biggest impulse buy, even in the grocery store. If I see a cute stuffed animal, it's in my cart. It's coming home with me. And then I come home and he wants it. He just fixates on it. So most of them usually end up on the tallest shelf in the closet and I never see them, which is really kind of sad. But anyway, here we are in the kids' bedroom, or it could be toddlers. I think these are just kid beds. So, but whatever you need, you can definitely, you know, fix it and do whatnot. But I love all of these little blues and how they match, especially with that new rug. That rug we got with the Infants update a few months back. And here I wanted like a long table, like kind of a shared nightstand. And I tried to rearrange the beds there. I think you saw it. But this we are moving down with the tool mod. However, it may pop back up when you download it from the gallery, because I had that issue when I loaded back into the lot. So I'm sorry about that if you don't have the tool mod. I know usually when we use the tool mod, things like transfer over to the gallery, and you don't need to have the tool mod in order to download builds that were used with tool mod. Maybe it was just a glitch on my end, I'm hoping, but either way, I mean, we can adjust and maybe just get rid of it altogether. Overall, I wanted to make sure there were some toys and some clutter in here. I put a little pink violin in case your kid is musically inclined, like I wish I was as a kid. Yeah, we're just making it cute. I think on the other side, I used the same like tall wardrobe dresser that I did in the other bedroom, because that one is just top tier, I swear. Also, this painting really matched too with the colors in that rug, and I thought it pulled it together pretty nicely. Yeah, we're just playing around with this little thing. I think I put a stuffed animal on each level there, like giraffe, dinosaur, and the llama. Yep, and then we're gonna pull out the dinosaur here too. Yeah, very colorful. I wanted it to look fun, and I switch out this dollhouse a little later too for a different one, but it's sized down, but your Sims can still use it. The animation just might look a little funny because it's sized down, but the animation does not size down with it. That's the best way I think I can describe it. But here we got some postcards. Maybe they collect it. I don't know, we can tell a story. And if you wanted more room in here and only one kid, you can definitely get rid of a bed. But we are at the end of the video already, guys. Oh my god, that happened so fast. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you do all the things, like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. I'd be happy to have you here. Join our little snake family and enjoy the video tour coming up. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!